Smoothie here today. Just finished a killer cardio and leg workout. Today is March 21st. It is 3 weeks from today that I'm competing in my first fitness show that I've done in 5 years. I'm really excited about it, and I'm on kind of my contest prep time, trying to cut up, not lifting so heavy. It's pretty hard to build muscle in 3 weeks, so now I'm just trying to get cut and lean and bring out the striations in the muscle, get rid of some of the excess water around here. I know, you're going where, but still, when you're on stage and they're judging you, just the least little bit is too much. So it's very stressful, I have to get all that off. So I just finished doing 30 minutes of intense cardio intervals on the bicycle, where I did 60 seconds as hard as I could go, and then 120 seconds recovery period. And I know, for all you people who are really good with endurance, that's pretty wimpy, I guess, but I am not an endurance person. I don't have slow twitch muscle fiber in my body. I am your classic sprinter. I am very fast from point A to point B, but point B can't be very far away. I'm not good with doing hours and hours of cardio. That may work for you. It doesn't for me, so it's important to find out what works for you. So I just got through doing the cardio intervals, and then I did a giant set of leg extensions, leg curls for hamstrings, and also calves to try to get some cuts and get the legs going. And so, since I worked extra hard, and I realized I've been doing all these wonderful smoothie videos and showing you all about green smoothies, and I've never really gotten into chocolate. And it just occurred to me, it's like, well, you can do a green smoothie with chocolate too. So I thought I'd do a really special one for you today that is a chocolate-covered cherry green smoothie. Although this one's not going to be green. You will see that. The cherries actually will make it a different color, kind of the red color, and then the chocolate. But believe it or not, you can do the chocolate with the greens, and it comes out really, really well. I wanted to show you, this is spinach from my garden. Actually, not the garden, it's a couple little things I have on my back deck, little planters. Isn't this gorgeous? This is, let me get the seed packet for you. This is called Viraflay spinach, and it's actually called the monster spinach of Viraflay, and it's from 1885. It's an heirloom variety, which means it's not been hybridized, it's not been genetically modified. So you don't get this from the grocery store, that's for sure. I picked this right out of my planter this morning, and I've got quite a bit of the spinach. And then the other thing I've got is this gorgeous kale. And this is the red Ursa kale. Again, this is by Seeds of Change, which is certified organic. And this is a very, very hardy Siberian kale that will grow down to 10 degrees, actually. And you see the gorgeous purple color? Isn't that beautiful? So not only are you getting greens, you're getting the other colors of the rainbow, and you've always heard to eat the rainbow, right? Then, of course, we have the cherries. I use a brand called Cascadian Farm frozen cherries because obviously it's hard to get cherries year-round, and I don't want to have to pit them. I mean, that would take forever to pit this many cherries to make into a smoothie. Frozen's not my first choice, but Cascadian Farm, I did email them. They do not heat their fruit before they freeze it. That's very important. When people or the companies actually blanch the fruit before they freeze it, it kills the living enzymes. So you want to be sure the company that you use, regardless of who it is, does not heat the fruit or the vegetables before they freeze it, because it's the same thing as cooking them. They're actually cooked and then frozen, and then you're losing the living enzymes. So I've got beautiful cherries, and then of course got to have our banana. Always love my bananas. Great post-workout food, or food for just about any time, actually. And now I'm actually going to add some raw cacao. Now this is the raw, real chocolate. The actual pronunciation is cacao. It's C-A-C-A-O. This is what you probably think of as chocolate, the processed chocolate that's in a bar. This is what it comes from. The cacao is a bean. It's actually a fruit or a nut that grows on a tree. So it can be classified as either a fruit or a nut, and it's the source for all the chocolate and cacao products. However, this is the unprocessed. It's very strong. It's got a really intense flavor, so a little goes a long way, and it does have natural caffeine, so you don't want to overdo this. You want to just have a small taste, because it's a really intense flavor. These are the nibs, which are almost like chocolate chips. I don't know if you can see that or not, but you can actually use these as chocolate chips. You can also put them in your coffee grinder and grind them up into a fine powder. Just about a tablespoon or so is all you need. The theobromine, which is the chemical in chocolate, that's the bliss chemical. That's why you feel so good when you eat chocolate, and that's why chocolate is associated with love, because it's actually got a chemical called theobromine. It means food of the gods, literally, and it makes you feel so good. That's why everybody loves chocolate and why women crave chocolate. There's actually a chemical reason for that. Also has very, very high magnesium. That's why it's associated with the heart, because your heart needs approximately 18 times more magnesium than your other organs, and cacao happens to have a concentrate of magnesium of 18 times that of most other foods. So it's also associated with heart because it's very good for cardiovascular. You've heard of the red wine benefit with the flavonols and the resveratrol. Cacao actually has a much higher concentration of those same nutrients. So you actually get more cardiovascular benefit from raw cacao. But again, it's got to be raw because even the best dark chocolate is processed with heat, and you lose a lot of that. So this is actually a very potent superfood. Plus it's chocolate. You gotta love that, right? And then, of course, I'm going to use the chocolate version of the Sun Warrior protein, which is made of brown rice. It is also sprouted from the entire bran and endosperm, so it's very high in protein. It's also got some fiber in it, and they use all natural, and they also use the cacao powder in here, so this is also a raw vegan product. So I've already got my water in here, so now let's blend up our beautiful chocolate-covered cherry green smoothie. Smoothie that isn't green. Not really. It's got a little bit of green to it. But this is your chocolate-covered cherry with real raw cacao, spinach, kale, all of which are superfoods. Cherries have been known to actually help with arthritis. They are so potent as an anti-inflammatory, which is also great for after you're worked out because you're causing inflammation because you are tearing down the muscles and fibers in your body. So this is an excellent post-workout smoothie that will not only help you build muscle, but also help repair a lot of the damage that you've done. And you just gotta love that it's chocolate. So, until next time, remember, be defiant and enjoy your green smoothie.